Coming back to my CryptoQ media channel makes me happy. The roaring old coin market and Bitcoin's record-breaking gains will eventually cause XRP's price to explode. We got a little taste of it today when it went above 61 cents. But what lies ahead with the goal of assisting you in realizing your maximum potential, we shall analyze several vital charts. If you wish to stay ahead of the curve during current bull market, holding XRP is a smart move. Make sure you subscribe and enable notifications so you won't miss a live broadcast or our daily update on Bitcoin, XRP, meme currencies, and more. So, without further ado, I present to you this video. Everyone is now clear that, absent any unanticipated events, Donald Trump will become president, as the headline says. We Chris Larsen know that Mark and Brad Garlinghouse are campaigning, but it's strange that they've been playing the game so actively. So, what am I attempting to convey? There is evidence that Brad and other XRP executives gave money to Trump's campaign. We are aware that Chris Larsen donated to Kamala Harris's campaign, which is trying to play both sides. Brad, who has a very clear idea of where he thinks Trump should head the SEC, really got this tweet here. Here is some content for your initial 100-day checklist to begin things off, considering Brad's viewpoint. That fiery pit without any delays in replacing Gallio, Salio, Brooks, or Gallagher, Gary Gensler would immediately restore the rule of law and the SEC's reputation. Even though she has publicly stated her desire to step down and become more regulatory, Hester Peirce is supposedly a strong contender at this point. I think this is a good news story. Begs for a family dinner to rally Senate Republicans and Democrats behind a measure outlining the regulations for the digital asset market. Lastly, is there any way to get some further information? Ether is similar to Bitcoin and XRP, with the exception that it is not a security. Taking everything into account, I can only see this as fantastic news for XRP and the entire cryptocurrency industry. For the time being, all we can do is wait for something to happen. I think this can be quite bullish because some of those things will happen. Quite bizarrely, today's report suggests that the SEC versus Ripple case could be thrown out in its entirety. As a result, XRP would get a major bump after the election. Many market observers are clinging to the belief that XRP and other cryptocurrencies will experience a massive price spike on January 20th, the day Trump gets inaugurated as the 47th president. Indeed, others are making pretty wild predictions, predicting a surge of over 60,000%, with a climax of 331. Keep in mind that alternative cryptocurrencies have been available for some time. 22.5% of November would be a good place to start. This graphic provides some interesting insights into the voting process and its connection to XRP. This should be no different from the previous instances where XRP has been seen riding on its coattails. When we state that history does rhyme in general but does not repeat itself, this is exactly what we mean. This might be the start of a spike that might push prices above 3. I think a lot of people would agree that this is great news for XRP. You may be certain that the SEC is currently considering an interesting appeal strategy, which could be rejected at any time. We are cognizant of the fact that there is a great deal of debate, and that the SEC's plans to contest the Ripple case ruling were subject to further scrutiny. Actually, former SEC official John Reed has stated that just in case you didn't know, the SEC is disgusting. This is it. This is obviously going to be very important, but why is that? What is the importance of the SEC part? This will be investigated. Funny money for Ripple. The meme currency market is expected to have a meteoric rise soon, according to everyone. When Bitcoin surpassed 81,000, other joke currencies, including Bonk, Breadwith, and innumerable more, displayed abnormal growth. Gaining 2,600% in 4 days is rather impressive, and a few of the XRP ones are actually beginning to move. But this is how the loudness is determined. Take into consideration that there has been a minor decline, bringing the current market worth to 36.6 billion. We are also being joined by other initiatives. There are already over 19,050 active addresses and a growing number of tokens being traded. And this is just the beginning. This must be fantastic news for XRP to throw all of this in. Keep an eye on the price movement. Even without my intervention, it clung so neatly to this upper trend line. From what I can discern, the market will retest its prior trend line if XRP makes a comeback. If that happens, I would expect to see a breakout. What is ahead is a monumental task. Prior to the market shift, we had won, but upon retesting, we were once again denied. It appears like something is starting to happen, as we are starting to retest those upper range pricing, and this is now important support at the bottom end. The 61 to 63 cent range was our key breakout point, as you may remember. Indeed, here we are for 63 cents. Maybe this is the turning point where XRP finally breaks through. Tell me what it's for. Comes to mind as the subsequent inquiry. When viewed in its entirety, you can see our current position relative to the higher ranges on the 3-day chart. We might even retest these ranges shortly, perhaps at 74 or 85 cents. The question that needs answering is what happens when the market opens. Could we be seeing the return of the Bitcoin pump, whether the CME gap adjustment to about 77,000 happens or not, and regardless of what happens with altcoins or any coin in general, I feel we are in for a terrific week ahead. Keep an eye on the market because I think Bitcoin price could go much beyond 85,000. Watching my video is a privilege. After you're done, please subscribe and give me your feedback.